I've been rowing since I was a kid, I guess, when my parents moved to a house on the river here. My dad made a little dinghy, and I've always loved making things with my hands. And a passion for the water and rowing has led me to the interesting position I'm in now, I guess. First time I did a little rowing expedition was I was 14. I rowed for 5 days from Brisbane to the Gold Coast, and that was in an old sailing dinghy that my father and I modified for the purpose of the trip. And ever since then, I've wanted to be at the stage where I'm at right now. So I did a 4-year apprenticeship at a boatyard in Brisbane. I knew, I guess from the start of my apprenticeship, that when I got qualified I wanted to build myself a rowing boat and row across the Pacific. And I remember one night I was on the computer when I was, probably 14 or something, and I found out that these crazy people row across oceans. I remember I had rowing training the next day, waking up at whatever it was, 4 in the morning or something stupid. I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, Tom, you're gonna row across the Pacific Ocean one day. You're gonna build a boat to do it in. And I guess since that day I've been thinking about what that boat's gonna look like. The boat's 7.3 metres long, or 24 feet. I need to be able to keep food for 250 days. And so for that you need a hell of a lot of space. And I also wanted to have a cabin on the boat where I could sit down and have sitting headroom, so I wouldn't have to be hunched over, and where there was a separate place for me to sleep and for me to navigate and cook in. One day I was reading a book and there were these lines for a boat. I went, wow, this is perfect, that's just what I want. And so from those lines, I did some sketching, and then from there I got a bit of timber and carved a block of wood into the shape, and then from there took measurements off that block of wood to form this hull shape. For me, there was no question about the fact that it was going to be made out of wood, simply because I enjoy working with it. It's a beautiful medium, and I could have built it lighter and stronger out of carbon fibre or fiberglass, but I wouldn't be enjoying the process. And for me, that's what this is all about, really. It's a pleasurable activity for me, rowing and building boats. From right now until when I'm in the middle of the Pacific to when I get back at the end, every part of the experience is going to be enjoyable, and I'm going to hopefully love every minute of it. There are people that do adventures just for that feeling of crossing the finish line, and I get that same feeling too, but I also want to be at peace with myself and the world when I'm out there. For that, I want to be doing it in a beautiful boat that I've built by hand, I guess. By its nature, this is a solo mission. From designing the boat to building the boat, I'm doing this on my own, and the whole row will be by myself. And so obviously the whole filming aspect will mean that everyone else, or anyone, whoever wants to, will be able to follow me, I guess. I'd like people to know that ambitious adventure is within their reach, so you don't need big budgets and big sponsors, etc, etc. You should be able to buy a few sheets of plywood or many sheets of plywood and buy some plans and build yourself a boat just like this and go rowing. You don't have to break records or get on the paper or whatever it is, but I think yeah, adventure is definitely within the reach of everyone if they want it. I like to watch videos of other people doing amazing things, and it really inspires me to do this as well. So if I can if people want to come along for the journey via social media, then hey, yeah, jump on board.